Hi Geminis, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your April reading. I'm going to do just a general reading. And I'm not going to focus on anything specific unless something really pops up. Before I start the reading, I do have to mention there is a few things astrologically that will happen. We have 3 planets going in retrograde at the end of the month. We have Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter going retrograde. Now, given that said, you know, like retrogrades, it's a time of reassessment, time of really looking and reviewing. It's a time of review. So with Jupiter is, you know, planet of abundance and growth and expansion. It's going to highlight those areas where either you weren't expanding enough, or you're not putting enough effort, or you overindulging, overdoing things. With Pluto, it's more about if certain things are going to come to the surface. You might have aha moments during this time. You might, you know, this is going to be a good time for you to really dig into your subconscious and look at those patterns that weren't really working for you and really addressing that. If there's something that you've been holding back for a long time, like something that you wanted to say to somebody, please do say it. This is going to be a good time because this is going to come to the surface. You know, you're really going to have that urge to say something. But it's going to be a healing moment for you too. And then now we have Saturn in retrograde. That's more about those foundations that you build, the structures, your relationships with your bosses, with your coworkers, with financial institutions. You know, how good is your credit? You know, are you paying your bills on time? You know, stuff like that. Are you cleaning your house when you should be cleaning? Where are you letting go? Are you taking the trash out? You know, just, I mean, it could be from small things like that to really big things of, like, you know, investing money, you know, then buying a company, you know, just really structures and foundation, buying a house, you know, fixing up a house. So yeah, there's a lot of things that will come up for you. And then also having Mars going in Gemini in around, already did, it's March 31st up until May. You know, it's a planet, Mars is a planet of action. It really wants to go, do. Gemini is like excited about everything, curious about everything. So he's really ready to go. So attention is going to be scattered. You're going to have a lot of ideas that you really want to start. But, you know, it'd be really good to put those on paper, really write them down, because you might just want to focus on one thing versus doing all the 10 at once. So, yeah, be mindful of that. So, let's see. In the beginning of the month, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to start your reading. So, beginning of the month, we have Page of Cups in reverse with the 7 of... Okay. With, oh wow, Queen of Pentacles keeps popping up for the last couple of readings. So we're starting the month with the Page of Cups. So if you're hoping for a reconciliation, if you're hoping for an apology, if you're hoping for a new start in love, it might not really be coming. So with this one, it's really be staying and open and to new possibilities, because there is one coming. It's just a matter of getting through that and then really staying open and kind of letting go of that. And it might be something that you truly wanted. It might really be your wish fulfillment. Now with the 7, I think this is also kind of speaks to that maybe you were thinking like that, you know where you kind of might be disappointed of, or you might be thinking about all of the times that you put in this relationship, all of the times. I think it's relationship related. I think even though we have a pentacle here, but I think it speaks more to a change of going from something that wasn't stable, going from something that, you know, like no matter how much you put into it, it's not working out, that you finally like discover that just by focusing on yourself, focusing on the things that you need, addressing your responsibilities and taking care of your own responsibilities and of your own wants and needs, that there's something else that will come up for you, that it's more in alignment with what you are, who you are, and then for your higher self and your higher good. And it's also like a relationship that might be healing for you as well, something that it might have been like I won't say dusted, but something that is really like guided you to that your relationship. So, you know, like, don't dwell much on this that is not working out, that you're not getting that apology that you wanted, or like that invitation that you were really so hoping for. Know that there is something else better for you coming. If it's work related, and I think it might, because we do have a few pentacles right here. So for some of you, it might be like something that maybe you're wrote to somebody for like an invitation or something, like a proposal of some sorts, and you are not really hearing the response just yet. Know that it's coming. They might not be offering exactly how much you want. So if it's a job, they might not be offering exactly how much you want, but excuse me, but know that this is a really good opportunity for you. This is something that's going to make you realize and get from like that lack mentality. And this is, I think this is where you're going to be really, you know, this is that lack mentality here. And then what I said just before, where it's like they might not be offering what you want, you know, but it's a really good, great opportunity. And look here, look how this changes. You have, instead of having a page of cups, now you have a knight of cups. That's like the, you know, the guy in the shining armor, the knight in the shining armor. You know, somebody that's very romantic, something that is very sensitive and kind and generous, somebody that's really, he is able to express his emotions freely without really reserves. You know, he really is in touch with who he is and what he is and what he wants. So really, I think for most of you, relationship-wise, this is going to be a really good time for you to let go. Let go of like that resentment, let go of like keep trying, because it's, those efforts are not really paying out. So focus your attention to something new, something that you really wanted, and you've been wanting it for a while. So focus your attention on that. Be it a creative project, be something very specific, like maybe cleaning out your house, maybe doing a spring cleaning, maybe just like going out for a walk. I don't know, whatever the case might be. Focus your attention on that and don't dwell on what hasn't worked out. Because there is an opportunity coming, even though it might be exactly how you want it, and how, like it's in the format that you want it, and it initially might not seem that it's like as great financially as you might want it, but it's really good for you. I think in the end you'll notice that it's really the World card. Everything is changing for you at the end of the month. You know, like, yeah, you might not be like, still might have a hard time walking away. You might have a but something is changing for you. You know, something, whether you like it or not, something will be changing for you, Geminis. You know, and then I think it's really about like having this mindset as well of, well, but I put so much time and effort into this. You know, is it really time to let go? Is it really time to like, you know, maybe it's still worth it. Maybe I should give it another shot. Maybe I should just, you know, maybe communicate different. Maybe I should put more money into this. So maybe I should, you know, but really listen to yourself. Really listen to what it is that you really truly want. And it might not be easy in the beginning. It might not be, once you realize what it is that you want, it might not be easy to really get it, what you exactly, and have the format that you really want it. But yet again, and know that that feeling that you're gonna have of like not worth it, or it's not coming my way, or why is this happening to me, that's shifting, that's changing. And there is an offer. There's actually, it might be for some of you, might be 2 offers coming. It could also, for some of you, might be an offer in love, and might be an offer in with money. Maybe you might have money coming in for you, like maybe it's tax related, maybe it's maybe something to do with the lottery, something, maybe it could, maybe it's not small, like big amounts, but it's just smaller amounts, but it's still coming to you, like as an offer, maybe a donation, maybe something, a grant you wrote, and it's you finally seeing that grant come in, but it might not be with the extent that you wanted it to be. But in any case, that's going to make you really feel happy. That's really going to make you feel positive, that you're really optimistic about the future. That finally things are turning your way. Finally, like some of the things that you want are really happening. And this is really for you, Gemini. Really focus on what is that you want to manifest. Because Aries season Aries is the first zodiac sign of the year. I mean, of the zodiac, right? So, wow, I'm talking so fast. I'm like out of breath because I'm so excited. But Gemini is really, it's a chance to start fresh. It's a chance to really, start the year and put your efforts into something that you really want. If it's like finances that you want, really work on as what is that you really like. How can you shift that? How can you shift the mindset? You already have what you need. You already have what you want. But it's just a matter of like looking at them differently, right? Looking at them and approaching it in a different way. And once you do that, you're going to find that you're so much grateful. You have so much to be grateful for. Then you kind of start to be open again, open to new possibilities, open to new people. And new people will be offering, new people will be coming your way. And they might be somebody maybe like a Pisces, a Cancer probably too, that you might find that is, but not necessarily, doesn't have to be. It could be also an Aquarius actually. But in any case, there are people, that want to be in your life, but they're just waiting for that right moment, for the right time for that to happen. And I feel like at the end of the month, you might have an offer. It could also be from like that same person that wasn't able to offer you then, but now it's offering. Because see like how that cup is empty. I mean, it's full. And this fish kind of wants to get out. It's like they're reluctant to share their feelings. They're reluctant to share their emotions with you. But here, this cup is empty. He's offering like a fresh new one. He's offering like, let's fill this up together. But it's all about timing. This is all about timing. This was meant to be. This was meant to happen the way it's happening. And then with the Knight of Cups here, with the World card, it's this love and affection. You will really feel it. I think there's going to be a really tender relationship that's coming your way, and really, really beautiful one too. And then people, this person from the past might be wanted to come back. But if it's you, I feel like you might have a little bit of a reluctance to move, or like to make that change and really leave this relationship. Because maybe they will be offering you just a little bit, let's just going back to this one. Maybe they will be offering, it's like, oh, well, let's try again. I'll promise I'll do this and this and this. This is where you have to be really careful, because, a lot of promises, but are they really going to be able to pull through? But in either case, there is change coming for you, whether you're going to do it now or later. But there is something really happening, and it's something that's really going to, it's, tipping the balance, and then actually creating a balance, where there was not enough of that, So let me pull some oracle cards for you and see what other messages. But I think it's a beautiful read. I think for you, I see everything. I see finances, I see relationships here, I see travel even. You might be even offered a chance to travel, maybe with work. So maybe here, maybe if you don't have, maybe this new job that you're being offered, maybe it's not related to money, but you might be offered a chance to travel, and then, all expenses paid, which is really, really wonderful. And it's really, and this is where this justice comes into play, which is really, really nice. So it's really just like seeing things, from different perspectives. Don't get so bogged down on like, oh, but it's not what I really want, or like how I really wanted it, right? But know that you're guided. You're guided to that opportunity. You're guided to that situation or that person. Because even though it might not seem exactly as shiny and as, like a diamond, but there's something to be said about the unpolished things, that you can work with. Okay, so let's see. Gentle and kindness. I think this is where you have to be kind with yourself first, you know, where it's like, you know, things are not working out, so don't be too hard on yourself to prove something, or don't be too hard on yourself to, you know, like overcompensate for other people's lack, or other people's, you know, lack of emotion, or like lack of something, you know. So, and also be patient. You know, the deer is, it's a very tender, a very sweet energy. So with the Page of Cups in reverse, and then with the Page of Pentacles, it's almost kind of like shifting that balance of, like, you know, going with not even going with the flow, but it's more like, you know how like in nature everything has its course, and everything, it's just perfectly balanced, right? I think this just like talks to me about that. And then going the second part of the month, we have forgiveness and sacrifice. Yeah, I'll show you this card. And we have from 6, we're moving into a 7. And again, this is beautiful. It's like, it's almost like once you like start to be kind with yourself and stress, like gentle, you know, like really respect your wishes, really respect your needs and your wants. I think you're going to come to a place of like, you know, letting go, like, and forgiving, and almost like that, yeah, maybe you had to sacrifice something, maybe you had to like give something from you. And then this is maybe like with this, yes, maybe you have to accept an offer that financially is less than what you wanted, and this is where your sacrifice comes into play. But know that with the next, you know, like if you look long term at it, there is like a transformational opportunity for you in either case. So whether, you know, it might seem for you that right now it's like, oh, it's not as good as I wanted it to be. Maybe if it's a relationship, maybe that person, but I think it has to do with work. I think it has to do with work related. But if it's relationship, if it's relationship, it might be something, maybe you like meeting somebody that maybe on the first glance, they might not be like super well dressed, or maybe all well put together, maybe a little bit disheveled and whatnot. But don't judge a book by its cover, you know, because they might have something else to offer. They might have an emotional, a very, very caring, very kind, very tender, very gentle, very romantic person that can offer you a lot of that and bring a lot of that into your life, and then you will find some transformation with it. But I'll leave you with that, Geminis. I think it's going to be a really, really fun month for you, with maybe a little bit of reassessing, a little bit of like looking things, you know, at different, you know, perspectives, and like addressing that mindset of abundance, but really focusing on what you really, really want. What is that you really, really want, you know, and that would really set the tone for the rest of the month. And then just be kind to yourself, and be kind to others too. So that's it for now, Gemini. If you resonated with this video, please like, share, and subscribe, because the more you like, the more likes this video gets, the more people get a chance to see the video, because it gets bumped up in the ratings. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. And I will see you in May. Bye, Gemini.